So the Bible states that man was not meant to go to heaven. It also states man does not go to hell to be eternally punished. So what does the Bible really have to say about mankind being here? Are we here just to die? No, because Psalms chapter 37:29 states that the righteous one will possess the earth forever. But what happens to the evil people that live among us now? This brings us to question Yahweh. What is the purpose in life? How will peace come into existence? Well, as we know, for as long as we've known, people die, fight, kill, and get sick. This obviously was not the intent of Yahweh for us to live this way. Something went wrong. To find out what went wrong, let's look into Genesis. As we read along, we start to see a bigger picture. Satan, who was also called the original serpent, was once good and may have allowed a wrong desire to develop in his thinking. It seems that he wanted worship for himself rather than Yahweh. An opportunity presented itself and he took advantage of it. He took action and deceived Eve. Yahweh told Adam and Eve they were not to eat from the tree of good and bad. If they ate from it, they would positively die. Satan came to Eve and told her that she would not die, stating that God knows if they were to eat from it, their eyes would be open. They'd become like God, knowing good and bad. It's apparent that Eve allowed that desire to sink into her heart, so she ate the fruit and gave some to her husband, in which he evidently let the same thing happen to him. Now their eyes were opened. Maybe they saw life differently, but whatever happened, they decided being naked was embarrassing. Therefore, they made clothing for themselves. Later, Yahweh called for them and they hid themselves. Eventually, they came out from hiding, telling Yahweh they were afraid and they hid themselves since they were naked. From this, Yahweh asked them, "Who told you that you were naked?" He also asked if they ate from the tree. Adam admitted he did, but blamed Eve, and Eve went on to blame the serpent. So here we start to see the harmonious bond that was broken, which was not Yahweh's purpose. Satan, Adam, and Eve all decided to rebel against Yahweh. They wanted something that wasn't theirs, the right to rule. Therefore, man has become like God, knowing good and bad. Now, it is evident man was perfect because Adam and Eve were made in God's image. But when they sinned, they became imperfect. The harmony was broken and they were denied access to eat from the symbolic tree of life. Hence, we, his offspring, suffer from his actions. When Satan inspired Adam and Eve into sinning against Yahweh, he challenged God's way of ruling. In effect, Satan says God's no good at ruling. He holds things back from his subjects. Humans do not need God ruling over them. They can decide for themselves what is good and bad. They'd be better off in my way of thinking. Now remember, Yahweh has given us free will. Satan, Adam, Eve all chose to abuse it, so they got what they asked for. Yahweh decided that time was needed to answer Satan's challenge to prove which rule is best. So Yahweh allowed humans to rule themselves under Satan's influence. Therefore, Satan is the ruler of this current world. God's rulership is order and peace. Satan's rulership is anarchy and opposition. So now we can skip from then to now. We can see the world is dangerous. It's overrun by war, dishonest political figures, hypocritical religious leaders, criminals, murder, rape, suicide, hunger, sickness, man destroying the earth. The list goes on. This is Satan's rulership, opposition. Therefore, the world is full of it. So how will the righteous possess the earth forever with all of its evil? The Bible states when the time is near when Yahweh will eliminate the wicked during his war at Armageddon. This will no doubt make a way for the righteous new world. So for those who fell asleep in death will be resurrected, righteous and unrighteous, back into a living human being to be judged one last time. So we see the good are not in heaven, nor are they burning in hell. We see, according to the Bible, the dead is conscious of nothing at all, but the righteous will be resurrected and possess the earth forever.